second floor apartment above a bakery on Maple Street, falling asleep to the sound of delivery trucks backing up before sunrise. I was 3 towns over, working late at a hardware store, eating takeout in a lawn chair on the porch of a place I couldn't afford. You had friends who knew your favorite restaurant, I had friends who knew my old pickup truck. Friday nights looked different for both of us, and neither one of us knew the other existed. While you were learning side streets in a city that still felt new, I was driving county highways, trying to figure out what came next. You were hanging pictures on apartment walls that you'd take down a year later. I was packing boxes into the backseat, moving again before summer. You had a job you complained about, that taught you how to talk to anybody. I had a job I swore I'd leave, that taught me how to stay when things got hard. Looking back now, it's hard to tell where our story starts. The pages were turning long before we shared a single scene. Before we had a story, there were roads still waiting and lessons still ahead. There were photographs and shoe boxes and names we've almost forgotten. There were heartbreaks teaching mercy and friendships teaching trust. Before we had a story, life was already writing chapters we still carry with us now. Somewhere there's a picture of you standing beside a river with friends, a summer afternoon I wasn't part of, and I'm glad you had it. Somewhere there's a receipt in an old jacket from a diner I've never seen, a whole day you lived without me that somehow helped bring you here. You learned things I didn't teach you, I learned things you couldn't have, and that's what makes this work. The older I get, the more I'm grateful for those years before there wasn't us. Before we had a story, you were collecting pieces. I would come to recognize the way you laugh when you're nervous, the way you remember everybody's birthday, the way you never leave a room without asking if anyone needs anything. Before we had a story, life was shaping 2 separate people into who they would become. And people think our story started the day we met at the restaurant or the party, or wherever it happened. But that was just the first page we read together. The beginning was earlier, in your first apartment with the crooked kitchen floor, and my old truck breaking down outside Amarillo, and jobs we couldn't wait to leave, and friendships that refused to leave us, and mistakes we still laugh about, and mistakes we don't. The story didn't begin when we met, that's just when we entered the same chapter. Before we had a story, there were years of living that neither one of us would trade, because if we'd met sooner, you wouldn't be quite you, and I wouldn't be quite me. Every mile mattered, every ordinary Tuesday mattered. Before we had a story, there were 1,000 smaller stories teaching us how to listen, how to stay Life was teaching us how to tell one together. So here's to the old apartments, the first jobs, the long drives home, the friends who showed up, the mistakes that left a mark, the roads that took their time, because before we had a story, life was teaching us how to tell one together. So here's to the old apartments, the first jobs, the long drives home, the friends who showed up, the mistakes that left a mark, the roads that took their time, because